Welcome back my YouTube channel worth old coin value today. We have something truly incredible to showcase. This coin isn't just rare, it's a true piece of history, and it might just blow your mind. Today, we're diving deep into the coin 50 cents 2008 South African coin, a rare treasure that's worth an astounding $60,400. That's right, $55,400. Stay with me as we explore why this coin has become such a high-value collector's item. First, let's take a moment to appreciate the 50 cents 2008 South African coin. For most of us, a regular 50-cent coin is a small, insignificant piece of change. But this one? Well, it's far more special than it seems. The 50 cents 2008 coin is part of the South African Big Five series, which honors the iconic wildlife of South Africa. On the front, you'll find a majestic image of an elephant, one of the Big Five, the animals that are the centerpiece of many African safaris. But what really makes this coin extraordinary is its scarcity and the specific errors it contains. Now, let's rewind for a moment. South Africa first issued its 50-cent coin as part of a series of coin designs that aimed to celebrate its rich wildlife and culture. The 2008 coin, however, stood out due to a very specific set of characteristics that would later propel it into the realm of high-value collector's coin status. Oh, why exactly is the 50 cents 2008 South African coin worth a whopping $55,400? Well, it all comes down to two main factors: rarity and a minting error. First, rarity. There weren't many of these coins made, and even fewer of them survived in mint condition. But the real kicker is the error that occurred during the minting process in 2008. Most of the 50 cents 2008 coins were made with the wrong metal alloy, which made them stand out from the rest. Instead of the typical cupronickel, this batch was made with a different material that was much harder and more durable. Additionally, some of the coins from this batch had misaligned dies, which created off-center images. These coins, with their unique characteristics, became known as error coins, and they quickly caught the attention of collectors. Over time, as more collectors began to notice them, their value skyrocketed. Let's talk about the value of this coin and how it got to its astronomical price point of $55,400. It all started with a few savvy collectors who realized the importance of this error coin. The first few auctions for this coin started out with relatively small bids, but as more collectors caught wind of it, the price began to climb. Today, the value of the 50 cents 2008 South African coin fluctuates, but it's generally agreed that a coin in pristine condition can sell for up to $55,400. This coin's value isn't just about its rarity. It's also about the demand from collectors who are eager to own a piece of history. Just think about it. A 50-cent coin that could buy you lunch today, but in the right condition, it's worth more than most people's cars or even homes. And that's the allure of rare coin collecting. Sometimes, the most unexpected pieces become the most valuable. Now, how do you spot this rare 50 cents 2008 coin in your collection? You might have one sitting in a drawer or change jar right now and not even know it. Here's what you need to look for. The first thing is the date, 2008. But don't stop there. Check the texture and feel the weight. The error coins made from the wrong metal alloy will feel slightly different than regular 50-cent pieces. If the coin feels heavier than a typical 50-cent coin, that's a strong indicator that you might have a valuable one on your hands. Next, check the alignment of the design. If the image is slightly off-center or misaligned, then it could be one of the error coins. Look for small imperfections or details that seem different from a normal coin. Let me share some valuable tips for anyone looking to start or expand their coin collection. First and foremost, always do your research. If you think you've found a rare coin, check auction records, consult with experts, and get the coin professionally graded. Getting your coin graded by a reputable service is crucial. A coin that's in mint condition and has been graded well will be worth far more than one that's been handled or damaged. There are companies like NGC or PCGS that specialize in coin grading and can tell you exactly how much your coin is worth. And lastly, take good care of your collection. Store your coins in protective cases to prevent them from getting scratched or damaged, and always handle them with clean hands. There you have it. The coin 50 cents 2008 South African coin, a piece of history. The coin South Africa 2-cent coin from 1990. This small coin packs the big punch in the world of collectors. And today, we'll find out why it might just be worth $6,800. So, if you're a fan of coins or just curious about the value of older currency, stay tuned because we have a lot to uncover. Let's dive in first things first. Let's take a closer look at the 2-cent coin itself. The coin was part of the South African currency series that began circulating in 1961, and it carries some interesting features that make it stand out. The 2-cent coin from 1990, specifically, is a key player in our discussion on the obverse. We have a portrait of former South African President Jan van Riebeeck, who is known for his role in the establishment of Cape Town back in the 1600s. This image is iconic because it reflects South Africa's rich history and its connection to its colonial past. And on the reverse, you'll notice the depiction of a pair of Springbok antelope, a national symbol for South Africa. This symbol is a tribute to the country's rich wildlife and natural beauty. The 2-cent coin was produced in brass, giving it that golden yellow hue. The year 1990 was a pivotal time in South African history. This was the year Nelson Mandela was released from prison, marking the beginning of the end of apartheid. For numismatics, this period is interesting because currency from this time is often tied to political and historical shifts. In 1990, the South African economy was in a state of flux, with apartheid crumbling and the nation on the brink of major changes. The coins from this era carry a certain historical weight. For collectors, owning a 2-cent coin from 1990 is like holding a piece of history. Now, let's talk about the value of this coin. As of recent market trends, a South Africa 2-cent coin from 1990 can be worth upwards of $6,800, depending on a few key factors. So, why is this coin worth so much? Let's break it down. Point one, of the main reasons behind this high valuation is rarity. The 2-cent coin from 1990 was minted in limited quantities. This was the last year that the 2-cent coin was produced before South Africa transitioned to a new currency series in the 1990s, making it a key date for collectors. Additionally, many of the coins from this year were circulated widely, meaning that finding one in mint or near mint condition is rare. A coin in excellent condition with no visible wear, scratches, or discoloration is incredibly valuable. When it comes to determining the value of a coin like this, there are a few key factors to keep in mind. The first is the coin's condition. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to perfect. A coin in mint state, often referred to as MS, will fetch a much higher price than a coin that has been heavily circulated. Next, we have rarity. As we discussed earlier, the 1992 cent coin was one of the last of its kind, making it scarce. Coins from the early 1990s, especially those with errors or imperfections, tend to be more valuable to collectors. And finally, demand. There are a lot of numismatic collectors out there who are specifically looking for South African coins from this era. The historical significance, combined with their rarity, makes them highly sought after in auctions and coin shows. So, where can you find this valuable 2-cent coin? Online platforms like eBay, heritage auctions, and other numismatic marketplaces are great places to start. You might also find these coins in coin shops or at specialized auction events. When buying or selling rare coins, always make sure to check the seller's reputation and look for certificates of authenticity. If you're selling, you can even get your coin graded by professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC, which will help you get the best price. If you're new to coin collecting and you want to get your hands on this 2-cent coin, here are a few tips to help you get started. First, always do your research. Learn about the history, the minting process, and the significance of each coin. This will not only make you a better collector, but will also help you spot valuable coins. Second, invest in proper storage. A good coin album or holder will protect your coins from damage, which can significantly affect their value. Lastly, join online coin communities or local coin clubs where you can exchange information and even find new coins to add to your collection. To sum it up, the 2-cent South African 1990 coin is a fantastic piece of history. The coin South African 1-cent coin from 1986. This seemingly small coin has quite a story behind it, and it could be worth something much more than you think. If you're a coin enthusiast, history buff, or simply interested in discovering the hidden treasures in your coin jar, this video is definitely for you. So grab a seat, and let's take a closer look at the 1986 South African 1-cent coin. And by the end of this video, you might just look at your spare change a little differently. Let's get started first. Let's take a close look at this coin. The 1986 South African 1-cent coin features a beautiful and detailed design. On the front, we have the portrait of Jan van Riebeeck, a key figure in South Africa's colonial history. He's the founder of the first European settlement in South Africa. The reverse side of the coin features a striking design of a protea flower, which is one of South Africa's national symbols. In terms of composition, the 1986 1-cent coin is made of bronze and weighs just 1.5 grams, with a diameter of 16.5 millimeters. Despite its small size, it's a coin that carries a lot of historical weight and significance. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's just a 1-cent coin, right? But wait, there's more. This coin has a history that's rich, and in some cases, its value has skyrocketed in the right market. Now, let's talk about the historical context behind this coin. The year 1986 was quite a time in South Africa. The country was going through major political changes, and apartheid was still in effect. This was the last decade before the end of the apartheid regime, and the country was experiencing tension, protests, and international sanctions at SO. The 1986 1-cent coin was minted during a period of great national and global change. It's not just a piece of currency. It's a piece of South Africa's history, representing a unique moment in time. It's a tangible item that tells a story of how South Africa was evolving politically and socially. Imagine holding a coin that was circulating during such a turbulent time. It's almost like holding a piece of the past that connects you to the country's struggle and eventual change. Okay, now let's talk about rarity. In the world of numismatics, a coin's rarity plays a big role in determining its value. And here's where things get interesting. While most people would assume that this coin would be worth very little, that's not entirely true. The 1986 1-cent coin is considered somewhat rare due to several factors. First, many of the 1-cent coins minted in the 1980s were taken out of circulation in the 2000s when the South African government decided to phase out the 1-cent and 2-cent coins due to inflation and their low purchasing power. But what makes the 1986 coin particularly interesting is its low mintage in comparison to other years. Collectors often seek out coins from years when fewer were produced, and this scarcity can increase its value. Add to that the historical significance of the coin, and you've got a piece that's highly coveted by collectors worldwide. So, the rarity of the 1986 1-cent coin, combined with the historical context, makes it an intriguing item for collectors looking to complete their South African coin collections. Now, let's get into the million-dollar question. How much is this 1986 1-cent coin actually worth today? Well, the value of the coin can vary based on a few factors. Its condition, whether it has been well preserved, and where you're selling it. In general, a 1986 South African 1-cent coin in circulation condition might be worth around 50 cents to $1. But here's where it gets interesting. If the coin is in mint or uncirculated condition, it could be worth a lot more. Some rare 1986 1-cent coins have even sold for up to $50 or more, depending on the auction and buyer interest. Now, if we look at the value in South Africa, due to the inflation and the fact that these coins are no longer in circulation, collectors are often willing to pay a premium for this small but mighty piece of history. So, if you've got one of these coins in great condition, you could be sitting on a nice little hidden treasure. So, how can you assess the value of a 1986 1-cent coin? Well, here are a few things you'll want to consider. 1. Condition. Is the coin in good shape, or does it show heavy wear? Coins in pristine or near mint condition fetch much higher prices. 2. Mint marks. Some coins have a mint mark that identifies where they were produced. The 1986 1-cent coin might not have a significant mint mark, but it's still worth checking. 3. Rarity. As we mentioned before, the rarer the coin, the more valuable it might be. 4. Provenance. If the coin has an interesting story behind it or came from a notable collection, it could be worth even more if you think you've got a valuable 1986 1-cent coin. You might be wondering how to sell it. There are a few options. Online auctions websites like eBay are a great place to list your coin and find buyers. Be sure to include high-quality images and a description of the coin's condition. 2. Coin dealers. You could approach a local or online coin dealer who specializes in rare or collectible currency. 3. Coin shows. If you prefer face-to-face transactions, coin shows are a great way to meet collectors and dealers who might be interested in your coin. Whatever route you choose, be sure to get your coin appraised first if you're unsure about its worth. Alright guys, that's a wrap on our deep dive into the South African 1-cent coin for 1986. I hope you've learned something new today, whether it's about the coin's history, the coin 2 Rand 2002 coin ***. We're not just talking about a coin that you may have lying around in your collection or in a drawer. We're talking about a coin that could potentially be worth millions. That's right, millions of dollars. Before we dive into the value, let's take a step back and understand the history of this iconic coin. The 2 Rand 2002 was minted in South Africa as part of the country's official currency. South Africa's currency is known for being one of the most significant in Africa, and the rand itself has undergone many changes since its introduction in 1961. The 2 Rand coin was issued in various years. But what makes the 2002 version stand out? It was part of a series commemorating the country's democratic transition and the legacy of South Africa's first president, Nelson Mandela. The 2002 coin marked a significant moment in South African history when the country was moving forward after decades of apartheid. You can see that symbolized on the reverse side of the coin. Let's take a closer look at the design, which is not only beautiful but carries rich symbolism. On the obverse, you'll find the portrait of Nelson Mandela, South Africa's beloved leader. The legend Nelson Mandela is inscribed alongside it, honoring his role in the country's transition. On the reverse, you'll find a detailed depiction of the Springbok, South Africa's national animal, symbolizing the country's strength and resilience. The Springbok was an iconic figure for South Africa's cultural heritage in the sporting world, especially in rugby. The coin also includes the year of minting and the denomination, 2 Rand. The Rand sign and the design together make this coin a piece of both historical and numismatic significance. Now, the burning question: what makes this coin worth millions of dollars? It's not just a simple piece of currency. The 2 Rand 2002 holds immense value due to several factors: rarity, demand, and its cultural significance. In 2002, the coin was not meant to be rare or special. However, over time, rare varieties, especially with certain minting errors or unusual features, have been discovered. Among these, there's a special error variety that sets certain 2 Rand 2002 coins apart. Some of these coins were mistakenly minted with slight differences that make them extremely rare. For instance, there's a known case where the Springbok image was misaligned, which means it doesn't align perfectly with the rest of the design. These error coins are incredibly sought after by collectors, who are willing to pay a premium for them. Let's talk numbers now. How much can you expect to get for a 2 Rand 2002 coin in mint condition, or even an error coin? Well, values can range from a few $100s for standard versions to millions of dollars for those with errors or unique attributes. For example, one of these rare error coins recently fetched over $4 million at auction. That's right, a single coin selling for millions. The demand for these rare coins continues to rise as collectors and investors see the potential for incredible returns. Okay, now that you know the value of these coins, let's talk about how you can identify and find them. First off, make sure your 2 Rand 2002 coin is in good condition. The better the condition, the more valuable it becomes. Check for any signs of wear, scratches, or tarnish. But here's where it gets interesting. If you find a coin with a misaligned Springbok or any other minting flaw, you've struck gold. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to check the alignment of the design. Look for imperfections in the Springbok or any other anomalies. If you think you've found a rare variety, it's best to take it to a professional appraiser to confirm its authenticity. So, there you have it. The 2 Rand 2002 South African coin isn't just a piece of currency, it's a treasure that could make you a millionaire. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector in history, today we're diving into one of South Africa's most interesting and valuable coins, the coin 5-cent coin for 1988 ***. You might be surprised to find out that this little coin could be worth a jaw-dropping $45,500 today. That's right, this small piece of history, the coin 5-cent coin from South Africa, minted in 1988, may not look like much at first glance. It's a small, copper-nickel coin with a weight of just around 2.8 grams and a diameter of 18.5 millimeters. But trust me, there's more to this coin than meets the eye. If you flip it over, you'll find that it features the iconic protea flower, which represents the national symbol of South Africa, along with the year 1988 and the denomination 5 cents. On the obverse side, you'll see the portrait of Jan van Riebeeck, one of the early settlers in South Africa. The coin has a rich history, dating back to the pre-apartheid era when it was used in daily transactions. While coins like these were once common, it's the rarity of certain variations and their unique historical significance that make them worth so much today. So, why is this small 5-cent coin worth a mind-blowing $45,500? Well, let's dive into the key factors that make this coin such a rare and valuable collector's item. First, rarity is the main reason for such a high value. Not all 1988 5-cent coins are worth that much, though. Only the 1988 proof coin, which was produced in limited numbers for collectors, is worth thousands. You see, the proof version of the coin was minted with special care. These coins have a mirror-like finish, unlike regular circulation coins, and were sold in limited quantities as part of the set. In fact, only 200 proof coins were minted in 1988, which makes them extremely rare. These proof coins were made for collectors, and over time, they become highly sought-after items. Most of them were sold when they were first released, but many were kept hidden away in private collections, which is why they're so hard to find today. The rarity of the 1988 proof 5-cent coin plays a massive role in its value. There's a huge demand for it, especially among South African coin collectors and international buyers who are looking to complete their collections. Now, let's take a step back and talk about the historical significance of this coin. 1988 was a pivotal year in South Africa's history. The country was deep into the apartheid era, and the political landscape was tense. The protea flower, depicted on the coin, symbolizes the resilience and beauty of South Africa's people. It became more than just a national symbol. It represented hope during one of the most difficult times in the country's history. Coins like the 5 cents from 1988 became a symbol of change as the nation slowly moved toward a new era. The coin holds not only monetary value, but also historical value, making it an even more prized item among collectors. All right, let's say you found a 1988 5-cent coin and you're wondering, how do I know if it's worth $45,500? Well, let me give you a few tips on how to identify a valuable coin. First off, check the condition. If your coin is in mint condition, it will have a sharp, mirror-like finish. The edges will be clean, and there shouldn't be any scratches or wear marks. The proof version should have that distinct mirror-like finish. Next, check for authenticity. Make sure it's not a fake. Fakes can sometimes look very similar, so always get a second opinion from a trusted coin expert or dealer if you're unsure. Coins with provenance, meaning they come with documentation of where they've been and how they were acquired, are more valuable to us. Oh, now you're probably wondering, how much could I actually sell this coin for if I have it? Well, a coin in mint condition or one with proof status could easily fetch anywhere between $45,000 to $50,000 at auction, depending on the demand at the time. Recent sales have shown that the 1988 proof 5-cent coin has been sold for high prices at major auctions. The exact value depends on the coin's condition, rarity, and demand at the time of sale. So, what do you think? Do you have a 5-cent coin from 1988 stashed away somewhere? If so, now's the time to take a good look at it and maybe get it graded by a professional. Coin collecting is not only a rewarding hobby, but also a great way to connect with history and invest in valuable pieces of art. Before you go, here are a few tips for anyone who's just starting in the world of coin collecting. 1. Research. Always know the history and rarity of the coins you own or want to buy. 2. Condition is key. The better the condition, the higher the value. 3. Get your coins graded. Professional grading helps determine the coin's value. Alright, that wraps up today's video. Thanks for sticking around and learning about the 5-cent coin for 1988 and its incredible value. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe with Old Coin Value.